What up YouTube, it's your boy ProfessorStix and I'm back again with another Call of Duty Warzone video. Today we're going to be comparing the FARA 83 and the FFAR. We'll be looking at the stats, looking at the best attachments, and we'll be comparing the recoil pattern. Is the FARA viable in Warzone? If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make Warzone tips and tricks videos and I compare the best weapons in Warzone so you can rise to the top. Let's get into it. When we're looking at the weapon stats, the FARA has an ADS speed of 296 milliseconds and has a movement speed of 4.67 meters per second. The FFAR has an ADS speed of 238 milliseconds and the movement speed is pretty similar at 4.69 meters per second. The FARA has a reload speed of 3.17 seconds, which is actually very slow for most of the ARs that we have in Warzone. The rate of fire comes in at 790 rounds per minute. With the FFAR, you have a reload speed of 2.48 seconds and the rate of fire is 900 rounds per minute. So when we're looking at the weapon stats, the FARA is pretty slow when it comes to the ADS speed, when it comes to the reload speed. The movement speed is pretty comparable, but the FFAR is definitely head over heels on the FARA. And keep in mind that ADS speed for the FARA is just pretty slow. And because we don't have that many attachments to speed up the ADS, I'm just gonna give the win straight up to the FFAR right here. Let's look at the damage profile. Now, when we're looking at the damage profile, the FARA does 49 damage to the head, which means it's going to take 6 shots to down a fully armored opponent. And the FFAR does 45 damage to the head, which means it's still going to take 6 shots to down a fully armored opponent. They both do the same damage to the chest, coming in at 33, which means it's going to take 8 shots to down a fully armored opponent. Now, keep in mind that the damage fall off for the FARA is at 22 meters and the FFAR is at 36 meters. Now let's look at the time to kill. Now, the FARA will down a fully armored opponent if you're hitting all of your headshots in 380 milliseconds compared to the FFAR, which is going to do that in 333 milliseconds. If you're hitting all of your chest shots, the FARA is going to down a fully armored opponent in 532 milliseconds compared to the FFAR, which is going to do that in 467 milliseconds. Now, if you hit 2 or 3 headshots, you can reduce your time to kill for the FARA to 456 milliseconds. But with the FFAR, if you hit 2 or 3 headshots, you can reduce your time to kill to 400 milliseconds. So the FFAR is just a superior weapon compared to the FARA. Let's get into the situational use, because this is where you just really see that the FARA might not be one of the best options as an AR in Warzone. Now, when it comes to the situational use, the FARA is definitely a close to medium range weapon. It is not really that great at long distance, simply because the damage fall off is at 22 meters. And on top of that, the recoil pattern is just really hard to control. It is very different from all of the other beams that we have that are really good at long distance gun battles. So you're really going to want to just use the FARA as a close to medium range AR. Now, we already know that the FFAR is a beam close range. And so I just think that if you're going to be using it as a close to medium range AR, you can just go with the FFAR. You can go with the Ram 7. There are so many other options out there. The M4, those recoil patterns are very easy to manage and they're not as drastically different from other ARs as the FARA, which you'll see later on in the video. All right, guys, so for the recoil pattern, on the left, we have the field agent grip on the FARA 83. In the middle, we have the SFOD speed grip. I just wanted to compare the two because I noticed that for the FFAR, according to JGOD, the SFOD speed grip gives you a tighter horizontal and vertical recoil spread on the FFAR. So I just want to see if it was the same for the FARA, so I tested both out. But as you can see here, the field agent grip is the best grip for the FARA 83 because it's going to give you a tighter horizontal and vertical recoil pattern. So you're going to want to go with the field agent grip. But I'm going to share all the best attachments with you right now. All right, so let's get into what I think are the best attachments for the FARA 83. For the barrel, you're going to want to go with the 16.5 ultralight. This is going to give you the max bullet velocity. For the underbarrel, you're going to want to go with the field agent grip. As you guys saw, I tested both the field agent grip and the SFOD speed grip, which gives you more horizontal recoil control. And I realized that the field agent grip is just going to give you better recoil control in terms of horizontal and vertical. It makes the recoil pattern a lot tighter. So that's why I'm going with the field agent grip. Either or, it's still going to be pretty hard to control the recoil when we're talking of long distance gunfights. For the ammunition, you're going to want to go with the Salvo 60 round fast mag. The optic is a Vision Tech 2X, and for the stock, it's the KGB pad. Now, realistically, when they fix the muzzle, you're going to want to go with the agency suppressor and take off the KGB pad, or if you like the iron sight, then you take off the optic and go with the agency suppressor. But for right now, this is the best build for the FARA 83 in my opinion. If you guys see something else that you like, if you have a different build set up for the FARA 83 that you think is beaming, let me know down in the comments below. For the FFAR, things have changed. Like I said, since the agency suppressor has been nerfed right now, they got to revert it so that bullet velocity comes back. Right now, we're going with the 21.2 inch Ranger barrel. This is going to give you maximum bullet velocity. And because this is my sniper support weapon, I do want that max bullet velocity. I know some people build it with the reinforced heavy because it's going to give you some effective damage range, but the FARA has a 32 damage fall off. That's pretty decent range, especially for a weapon that you're using for close to medium gunfights. For the underbarrel, you're going to want to go with the SFOD speed grip. This is going to actually tighten your recoil pattern more than going with the field agent grip. That's been tested by the one and only JGOD. With the ammunition, you want to go with the Salvo 50 round fast mag. This is going to give you that faster reload speed. The CQB pad for the stock. And then last but not least, I'm going with an optic right now, simply because the muzzle, like I said, agency suppressor has been nerfed. So you can go with the micro flex LED. I'm just trying it out. You can go with any other optic that you like, or you can go with a laser. It's up to you. For example, some people are using the SOF target designator. This increases your effective damage range and also gives you that hip fire accuracy. It's up to you. Let me know what you guys are using on your FFAR right now before they bring back the agency suppressor. All right, so let's get into my final thoughts. When it comes to the FARA 83, I think it's a pretty decent weapon. Honestly, it's not going to fit into the meta. The recoil pattern is just really crazy, and there's just not a lot of great attachments to increase that ADS speed or to even build it as a pure SMG. That rate of fire, which comes in at 790 rounds per minute, which is less than the 900 rounds per minute that we have with the FFAR, is just not that great for a close range beast. You're gonna get destroyed by Mac 10s, bullfrogs, and any other close range SMG or AR. I just don't see the FARA being a good option for close range. When it comes to medium range, it definitely does deal a lot of damage, but you can definitely go with other options like the AMAX, which the recoil pattern for the AMAX is not as difficult to control as the FARA 83. So in my opinion, I just don't think that the FARA is one of the meta weapons. And to be honest, it wasn't really that fun to use while I was trying to just test it out and see if it'd be a viable option. There are just so many other better ARs out there. And so with this comparison, we are giving the FARA 83 3 thumbs down. All right, guys, that's it for me. I don't even know why I did that. That was just, I don't even know why I did that. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so you can find your way back for more Call of Duty content. Also, I am streaming over at Twitch on Mondays and Fridays, where I play with the community on Friday. So come on over, hit that follow button, and make sure you join me and we can frag out in Verdansk together. Last but not least, if you're looking for anybody to play with, make sure you join us over at our Discord. I will put the link in the description to my Twitch and my Discord in the top of the description below. Appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you drop into Verdansk and frag out. Peace.